Hello, everyone. From my point of view, Thanksgiving just ended. I'm recording this ahead of time because the final chapters of Act 10 will be going up on the final 2 days of the end of November, which is going to be really fun for you guys, but also kind of means that my report for Act 10 and my December my December schedule post will be going up at the same time. So I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone? I'm going to be talking about the schedule for this month. And then afterward, I'm going to be breaking down everything I did for Act 10 and what I've got planned for Act 11. So for December, where'd my mouse go? There it is. Gonna be a bit back and forth. Oh shit, damn. I just realized that Friday would be landing just after Christmas. But considering how how November went with all the posts, I know SWWC has been really awkward at the post lately. It's mostly due to the project I was doing for school. It was throwing off a lot of my math. But I will try to keep it consistent Friday to Saturday posts for SWWC's for 3 chapters. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see. That's the one about to go up today, or is it tomorrow? Somewhere around there. I know I didn't get exact for all those. November's always been a weird month. Anyway, so the good thing about December's month when it comes to SWWC is those chapters are peak perfection, ready to go. Okay, I could post them now, no problem. Page crashed on me when I was trying to open them. Okay. So for the first one, it's month 12, part 3. Let's see if... Oh, yeah. That is not what I clicked it off. Go back. Okay. I was just trying to read and the damn thing clicked off to a different page. Oh, yeah. We're going right back to... Yeah. This is Starlight's Village. That's what we're going back for the first chapter, which is, yeah. File 13, month 12, part 3, returns us back to Starlight's Village. It's actually kind of hilarious. I'm talking to a friend on the front page. They seem to like Evil Starlight. I really can't find a spot to do Evil Starlight in my universe, or at least my main one currently, because it mostly takes place after season 5. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going back, but I don't got the time. Anyway, it's a really big chapter for those who want to catch up on what happened with the 4 that used to serve under Starlight. We do know that in other points in the timeline, Night Glider is dead, but that doesn't mean she won't play at least some role in this chapter. I haven't thought of a name yet, but as I said, all 3 chapters for this month are peak perf ready to go. As for the second the second post, it'll be File 6, Month 2, Part 13. We're going right back into the long run with Flash and Timber as they finally confront one of the biggest things I finally expanded on in my universe was the Flash v. Nox saga, yeah. The original saga I started so long ago that got deleted. This does expand upon it a bit more. And more or less the relationship between Twilight and Flash. And also, we finally get the grand return of what was going to be one of the main villains of Flash v. Knox, that being Norman Knox. He finally returns here. We've already got some foreshadowing in other month chapters, particularly in the Insane Asylum chapter. But yeah, he finally returns in this chapter. Really big moment. Does hold on, I need to check something without saying it out loud because it'd be spoiler. Nope, she doesn't show up yet. Okay, good. I'm not saying who I was just talking about. That's not who you think. Anyway, then we flip back to month 17. Sorry. It's file 17, month 17, part 13. I really need to title these ones, dang it. But with the reveal that, yes, Queen Chrysalis is working with the Crystal Empire, we get some very intriguing perspectives on what her overall plan and thing is. I might need to clean this up a bit more. I thought sure all of them were finished, but anyway. And we obviously get the big drop at the end. This will definitely divide some fans, considering I already know 2 other characters I had to kill off earlier divided some fans. Actually, I haven't really confirmed if that one is dead. I only confirmed one is dead and the other one is left ambiguous, didn't I? Yeah. This next reveal might conflict some people, but you'll understand what I'm going for when you get the chapter after this one. Or when we get to the end of this season, you'll understand why I want Queen Chrysalis in charge of the Crystal Empire. And I'll go ahead and spoil ahead of time. There is a side story diving directly on how that happened. As for Where Is Every Pony? Spike's little Lone Star story that isolated universe. It's its own thing, not really connected to anything else. I really can't do anything with Starlight in this universe either, concerned almost everyone is dead, including her. She literally dies in the first chapter. Well, let's see. It should be Dragon Friend, if I'm reading the title right. Yeah, I already published Dragon Mount. So yeah, it's Dragon Friend. You guys read Dragon Mount. You know that Spike arrived at Fluttershy's cottage. And found several older buildings. Finally, we got to the big thing, that being the old and new. I've been hitting at this the whole damn time, but why is the old and new constantly vanishing? Well, the files, on Starlight's own files, quite directly state that, yeah, it's connected to why Sunset returned suddenly. Yes, folks, you guys bring it up in the comment sections that, yes, Spike could have ran away to Sunset's world, but get this, Sunset returning is what started this shit. I'm not saying how, you'll have to keep reading to find out. As we finally go into the new chapter, which is Dragon Friend. Now, if I remember correctly, this is either where we get the big reveal on a certain other comments questions about a certain other big character, or that'll be next time. I'm not sure on that yet. Yeah, this might be the one where this is either where we get the reveal of a certain someone being also dead. Not Sunset Shimmer. I'm not going to spoil that, dang it. You have to read and find out what happened to her. But also, this is either that or... Let me just type in the name so I don't spoil it. Yeah. Okay. This is the... You want me to spoil this? Go watch the opening again that inspired this book. Okay? You guys recall that this book is inspired by an opening in which all the characters... It's the original classic MLP opening, only all the ponies are gone. Except for Spike and someone else. It's actually rather funny that all the comments have been going over like, oh, he should go see Sunset Shimmer. Oh, he should go see Discord. Oh, he should go see this character or this character or this character or this character. Like, folks, watch the opening again and tell me who other than Spike is still there. I did this on purpose, and we're finally getting that chapter. At least it should be this chapter or the next. I might move it around, okay? Because it does feel kind of weird we're getting it this early. I do want to kind of save that reveal for like the final chapter of that act. Either way. Let's see, anything else coming out this month would obviously be During Heartswarming. I don't think I have a title for this one. I've got it done. But did I ever title this chapter? Because a lot's going to happen in this one. Let me just review what will be going up on the final day for this month. Oh, blazes. I'm really cutting it close with a lot of these chapter posts because how busy Thanksgiving made me. It's kind of why I wanted to do this post early. And my throat's been dry all week. Let's see. Hollow Prince. Like this is the chapter that you guys are getting for November. I haven't posted yet on my side, but you guys have already read it. But yeah, Hollow Prince has this big encounter with... Yeah. He obviously got the reveal that, yes, he is scanning Sunburst's mind. Somehow Sunburst ended up in the past, along with the other characters, but why is he arriving now? And we got the reveal that, yes, Firelight knows Hollow Prince. He's, in fact, a loyal soldier of Hollow Prince in the distant future. That got revealed in this month, November's chapter. Alongside Twilight confronting the emotions between her and Cold Blue, as well as Jaquita's storyline being complete. She is leaving the story for now. She won't be returning until, I want to say, final act. Yeah, like final season. I didn't want to do too much of Jaquita, being that she's a relative of Jack Knox and all. That was pretty obvious, folks. I didn't need to spoil that. However, oh shit! We also got the drop of Daystar. I totally forgot that happened. Yes. Those who didn't catch that. Let me read the line for you. I lost everyone in those timelines. I visited Sentry, F, Daystar, F. Oh, blazes. Oh, damn. For those who haven't read my oldest story currently sitting on the site, that being the start of the Twilight Lily saga, you might have known who F was, right? Blazes. F shouldn't technically exist anymore in the timeline. The fact that Twilight knows who he is proof that something is still going wrong here of her, okay? Met two different versions of Starlight, who dies horrible deaths. Can't remember, was Daystar just like a what if on the alternate timelines, or just was that F's actual name? I'm trying to remember, Blazes. Because, yeah, in the original storyline, when Twilight got trapped in time, she met and she arrived in this darkened world where it's like Nightmare Moon rules all, and Nightmare Moon is using her body, Twilight's own body, to take over everything, kill millions, and this had this massive wall that was blocking out all magic, and it was being powered by Starlight Glimmer's corpse. Now, you guys and I have noticed something similar during SWWC that, yeah, magic isn't working right there in modern day. Why? Yeah, that'll be expanded on. Don't worry. If you guys haven't already figured it out. I think I left enough clues. But anyway, that was November's chapter. We also got what's going on between Silver Parent Starlight and the mysterious Goldie Apple. I didn't pull this character out of my ass. And I'm not expecting you to automatically know who this is. Like, yes, the chapter flat out establishes this is Silver's brother, who's apparently supposed to be dead. Now, what does the next chapter explore? Next chapter continues to expand on the Goldie Apple mystery, alongside Puddinghead confronting a certain changeling, which will cross over with SWWC chapters that we got recently. You guys might have remembered in one of the recent chapters for November, a certain changeling leader was mentioned, alongside two changeling sons. Yeah, I'll expand upon that later, okay? But overall, really hyped to see that confrontation finally happen. What else did I have planned? I'm trying to remember. It was something really big I had. Oh, yeah. The Knight Brothers are back. Yeah, they'll be back finally. I've been spraying their storyline very slowly in SWWC, especially if you guys have already figured out the secret identity of another major character. Sorry. I've been sprinkling their storyline in Journey to Heartswarming because of a certain major character in SWWC, which should already be clear to you guys by this point in certain chapters. Their connection to certain someone matching their name. But yeah, really good chapter. Can't wait for it to come up. I wish I had made that one longer, but it's fine. That will be post. I mean, Where is Every Pony and Journey to Heartswarming will probably go up roughly. Oh shit. Do I dare to put it on New Year's Day or 24th? Oof. I might make a small change. Okay. We're going to post them on the Tuesdays of those days. We're going to post them the 23rd and the 30th. Hopefully I don't forget that. Okay? Hopefully I don't forget, because that is going to be hard to do to get both those chapters roughly in those spots. I might post it on the 17th just to get out of the way as early as possible. In which case, expect it that Tuesday, 16th and 23rd maybe. Or the 23rd and 30th. Going to be really fun. But, of course, many of you are wondering what's happening with another big series that I had planned for this month. That being SLC. The series that was dead, and I had to kick it off a cliff. Don't worry, it still has a rope attached. Let me pull it up. I'm acting like I'm pulling up a rope right now to see if it's on it. I'm just remembering that one scene from, I think it was one of the recent Smash videos. It's like they left Bowser in a well, and then they came back and he got eaten, and he died of decay. Anyway. So, SLC. I am still working on the opening story for it. Let's see if I've got it opened up. I think I do. I've got so many pages open. It's hard to keep up. But anyway, the basic idea, I've already got a cover settled. I've got the first 2 chapters written. I want more of it, but basically, I don't think I'll get it out for December. I'm going to try and get it out for December, but I doubt I'm going to have it out by the first week. Okay? There is just so much complications when it comes to what university work and the fact finals are coming up this week. Okay? It really just depends on how I get everything done. As for the plans I've got for this, it's going to be split into 3 POVs. Okay? We got Spike's POV, we got Gabby's POV, and we got a mysterious third character's POV. I'm going to spoil this ahead of time. This mysterious character you've already encountered before in SWWC. Okay? You've already met him. You've already seen him fight. You already suspect who he might be, especially if you're that certain someone who's been in my DMs. Yes, you in my DMs. My delightful friend who keeps showing up every once to check on me. I'm glad you're checking on me. You know who this is. You know exactly who this is. And it makes sense, timeline-wise, when I get to explaining it, how he's here and what's going on. It's all kinds of crazy, absurd chaos. I am fully embracing the multiverse idea, and I'm fully embracing the time travel bullshit that comes with this kind of storyline, okay? As the readers know of SLC, it involves Spike jumping through universes, finding his way back home, maybe getting laid a few times, I don't know. I'm definitely going to be rearranging some of those things. It's not like every single universe he just finds a random woman to pop off. No, I am changing that, unfortunately. But I will be keeping some of it for you more depraved fans out there. It's just really hard to work in every single introduction, especially if I want to keep some variety of how it's going to happen. I just can't have him suddenly meet this random girl and then take her to that. I at least want to give some variety if I want to go to that route. And I'm kind of running out of positions, which is why I'm thinking about cutting down some of the characters that need to have that happen and just make them into story beats. This also gives a bit more freedom on who the hell I can introduce. Because obviously, there was a certain percentage in the original SLC lineup on who could be introduced and who was clearly getting the boinky, boinky, boinky. If I remove that requirement, I have a lot more freedom on who the hell I can introduce in this universe, in this multiverse travel, okay? Because my biggest plan with SLC is to have it be the backbone of an idea I've got later on, okay? That being what I like to call, Blaze, let's see if I can pull it up. I'm not saying this is happening. It might still not happen. I know SLC is still going to happen, but I'm not sure if this is going to happen. Okay. See if I can pull it up. AUEMCU. Okay? Basically, I take the MCU. I take the DCU. I take Hellboy's universe. I take Guyver's universe. I take Predator's universe. I take every universe in fiction and throw them in a blender. SLC will be the background and backbone for it, okay? It will not simply be Spike visiting all these universes. No. What I eventually want to do is just have these universes collide, okay? One of the ideas I was thinking, like, Steven Universe meets Starverses meets Owl House, and then they fight. Because that's what I would rather do most with this universe. This multiverse travel shit. I want to do fight scenes. And that's one of the big reasons why I want to cut down on this bullshit. I get you guys like Spike finding random women to boink. But I don't. I prefer fight scenes. I know these chat stories get plenty of good ratings. And I'm glad to have the ratings. It just leaves me conflicted sometimes, though. Because I want to give you guys what you want, but I also want to write what I want. And if this ever does come to fruition, I'll better explain what the AUEMCU is. But it's exactly that sounds. It's just a crazy mass fusion of a bunch of random universes into one, okay? What else do I've got planned? Oh yeah, I said I was going to do Dragon May Cry Explained one day. How much time I got left? 26 minutes? Oh, blazes. All right, let's get this over with. Act 10. Act 10 was great. Dragon May Cry Act 10 was such a peak of perfection. It is by far my favorite favorite act of the whole damn storyline because of all the epic reveals that went on in this one, okay? We had the confrontation with Shiva, okay? Cool. We had the battle with Shiva, which a lot of you people are finally looking forward to. I know someone in the comment section that just keeps answering messages. I'm glad he's keeping up with the story. But one of the big things they've wanted is a battle with Smolder versus one of the Dragon Lords. You got that battle. You're getting that battle. Because the build-up in this chapter was insane. Okay? We had the battle with Blue Blood. Acid freaking trolls. Something I've been wanting to do for day one. We had the next weapon unveiled. Wolf. It's a Pinkie Pie Kieran, dang it. I love that idea. And yes, obviously the reveal that yes, from the beginning, each weapon was sort of an homage to each of the main six. We had our Rarity. We had our Fluttershy. That was pretty obvious with Yorm. We had our... Well, Spike didn't get to Legato, but still. Legato is basically the Applejack of the group. And Wolf is the Pinkie Pie. That leaves Rainbow Dash 1 for the final. Which I'm not telling you who it is yet, but it's going to be a really hype moment. Okay? Overall, love this thing. We finally got the confrontation with Shiva. But here is the biggest draw. Sand Emperor's head. He's blinking, drinking, cracking head. His head is gone. Yeah. In every single temple that Spikes went to, the face of the Dragon Emperor has been defaced. Literally. Sorry. Of the Sand Emperor. Face is gone. When he finally finds the skeleton of the Dragon Emperor, the skull is gone. Why does that keep happening? Well, folks, if I manage to align that chapter right, in Act 11's premiere, you will get a massive fucking hint why. And I mean a hint so fucking massive, I am hesitating to post that chapter. I'm not stating why exactly, but I'm giving you the biggest fucking nuke of a hint ever. Okay? Oh, it's going to be so good. Obviously, this season ended with Blue Bloods revealing who the hell the masked maidens are. That is something that's always been in the background of Blue Blood's entourage. He's got his elemental trolls, he's got his airship, he's got his depravity that he does under the watch of Diamond Tiara's army of Bloodia. How do I describe this? Like, he visits Diamond Tiara's silver fortress, and then she offers up one of her whores to him. Because he's a disgusting, depraved monster, and I need to establish that he's a disgusting, depraved monster. But then we got the end of we got the Act 10, Chapter 90, and the reveal on who the hell the maidens are. I know I kind of threw you guys for a loop by saying there was 6 of them at first, and then establishing 9. I wanted you people to think at first that it was the main 6 that he was taunting around in half-naked clothing. No, it's not. And it's even more depraved and disturbing. Like, holy shit. This monster will not stop being so evil. And I cannot wait for the final battle of him. It's going to feel glorious to kick his ass. But that'll be in later acts. Then we got into the bonus chapter. The bonus chapter was Garble. This whole act has been building on the fact that Garble was killed by Shiva. That's what we knew back in Act 9. That was the grand reveal. But what happened with him? Holy shit. What the fuck did he do to get killed by the Arbiter of Justice of the Dragon Lords? Well, the bonus chapter straight up just said, but also didn't say anything. It said some. It gave you a blatant idea that he had a freaky deaky night with Shiva's daughter. Of course, that was going to piss Shiva off. But that doesn't exactly sound like the Arbiter of Justice, okay? Getting pissed off because his daughter got freaky with the new guy. That doesn't sound right, does it, folks? I'm going to go and not spoil things, but give you a massive hint. Reread the last few lines of that chapter. In particular, let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, okay. In particular, the lines of... Let's see, the whole... Yeah, just the last two or three paragraphs. Yeah, before... Obviously, let's get over the big thing. He is having his moment with Anadari under the skull itself. Yeah, that is a big moment, okay? Shiva has got plenty of reasons to hate Garble's guts. But he's also got plenty of reasons to respect Garble. You guys might have already gotten some answer, or at least you guys might have made your own conclusions on why he wanted to execute Garble. Maybe you came to the conclusion when you saw the Sand Emperor's head right above the little moment he had. Holy shit. But there's another detail going on in there. It's not simply, oh, the head is right there. But we will be returning to those last few lines multiple times throughout the remaining acts. Okay? Because, yes, Garble is killed by Shiva. But why is going to be the biggest multiple layered onion in this story. Okay? Oh! As for what we've got plans for Act 11. I'm going to have to look over this real quick. Just a few quick beats. Like, yeah, we finally get the big battle between Shiva, Smolder, and Spike. Full-on battle. Gritty, gory, all that. Well, not really gory, but still. Everything you guys wanted. Let me... Oh, yeah. We're also going to get another scene with Zecora and her eternal silence. This was probably the hardest chapter I've had to write by far. I'm not giving you these chapters in order. I'm just grabbing random bits. We have the battle is over and a bit of a drunken relief or hatred or anything like that. It's hard to describe without spoiling. But Smolder's grief is far from done unloading. It is not even close to utterly destroying her character, okay? She needs to break down everything before she can go forward. And what do I got planned for the infamous Chapter 99 and the bonus chapter for Act 11? Yeah, I'm going that far in explaining, folks, because I want you guys hyped for Act 11, okay? Wait, did I have it backwards? Hold on. No, oh yeah, okay, I had it backwards. Actually, the answer on what the Sand Emperor's skull, why is it such a big mystery, is actually Chapter 99. What the hell did I have for Chapter 91 then? Or is it, yeah, Chapter 91. What did I originally have for that? Okay, I see. I had the whole thing mixed up. I had the Thorax chapter completely out of my mind and the Blue Blood chapter in its place. But I'll be... Oh, blazes. It's confusing. This is why I don't like recording videos before they actually get posted, okay? It throws off my whole groove of science and logic, okay? But yeah, Chapter 99 is where we get the big reveal on... Well, not really the big reveal, the massive, biggest hint you'll be getting on why I keep alluding to what the skull looks like. And for the bonus chapter... blazes, folks. This should be pretty obvious by now. I'll go... And watch why I'm going to go and spoil it. I don't have a title for this chapter yet. But what I've dubbed it... Smolder X Spider... Layout. Smolder X Spike Part 2. I don't know why I said spider. Smolder X Spike. Why do I keep wanting to say spider? Fuck it, I'll buy a commission for that later on. That sounds like a fun idea. Smolder as a spider sounds hilarious. Anyway. No, I'm not buying a freaking commission of a Smolder fucking a spider. That'd be stupid. But no. Smolder and Spike get their second chapter, okay? They get a second bonus chapter. A lot is going to be happening in this chapter 2, particularly the ending bit. I'm still conflicted on how I want to write this. Need to stop reading it because I'm just going to get out of hand. After that, we're finally going into Act 12. Chapter 100, which finally brings us to the... Amber learns about Spike's relationship with Smolder. And obviously she's going to freak out. But also, we're finally going onto the Shadow Garden. We are finally going to the final place in Dragon May Cry, the Shadow Garden. Everything in the back of my mind keeps telling me I had it named as something else. Like, yes, the character for that one, the Dragon Lord of the Central is called Stolas. And yes, that is sort of a reference to Hell the Boss, kinda. The character is not just Stolas from Hell the Boss. No. But when we finally see the Shadow Dracons, you can kind of see why I decide to name their leader after an owl. Okay? Because we're going to be tackling probably my favorite takes of dragons yet. And a favorite of a certain other artist on YouTube. They love these kinds of dragons. Cannot wait for you guys to see it. We're also going to be dropping in a certain other character into that story bit. I don't want to spoil too much what's going to happen to Act 12. As far as I know, Act 12 and Act 13 will be the final acts in the story. I'm aiming for Act 13 to be the final one, okay? I don't want to go into an Act 14 and just feel awkward with the timing, because then I'll be forced to do Act 15 just to balance everything out. I might go a few chapters beyond Act 13, but if so, it will only be a few chapters. It will not be a full-on extra act. Because now that we're this close, I've already started writing chapters for the sequel, okay? I've got a whole list of characters ready to show. I can't tell you who on everyone, but I'll tell you Zecora will be playing a major role, so will Moondancer, and so will Spitfire, because Spitfire is my favorite. Yeah. Spitfire's in my top 3, alongside Spike and Starlight. I just really enjoy her, and she's going to play a major role in the next storyline, along with a few other things that should be obvious by now. If you've played DMC, Devil May Cry, okay? Which Dragon May Cry is based on, remember? For those wondering, Spitfire will kind of be playing a similar role to the lovely redhead in DMC2. Kinda. Because I don't know what they're going to be doing with her in the freaking anime. Okay? Because remember, this was also inspired by the Netflix anime. And the trailer right now I have is very small. I think I see a redhead in there. I know she makes a cameo in Season 1, but I don't know if she's going to play a major role in Season 2. I know her villain's going to play a major role in Season 2. He was all over the freaking opening. I just don't know if she's going to play a major role. But I am somewhat basing her character kinda on Spitfire, but also kind of on another character. I'm taking her character, splitting her in half, okay? Because there's a lot I could unload of her. She's not my favorite character of the series, and there's definitely other stuff I want to do. But she's essentially going to be playing that kind of... And Spitfire's going to be essentially playing that kind of role when it comes to Spike. Might have noticed some similar themes there. Yeah, Spike gets Smolder, and then he gets Spitfired. That was not exactly planned. Smolder is nowhere near top tier when it comes to shipping involving Spike. That's why I wanted her to be the main in this story. I wanted to flex my writing muscles with using a character I don't care that much about in shipping with Spike. Okay, that was the whole point of Dragon May Cry's biggest ship, being Spike and Smolder. I said it right without saying spider. Nice. Spike and Smolder. Spike and Smolder. Smolder and Spike. Spolder. I said Spolder. Why is that so hard to say? Why is this ship so badly... Oh, blazes, the name of this ship is so... It's because they both start with S. They both start with S, and my S's want to roll. I'm going to stop here, folks, because holy shit, this video has gone way too long. And I keep stuttering. I am getting worse. 45 fucking minutes. New year coming up, folks. New plans. Hopefully, I have Dragon May Cry done by the end of the year. That's my big plan for December, is to get at least up to Act 13 done. Or at least the end of Act 12. I want you guys in the middle of the Shadow Garden by the time New Year starts. I know I'm not going to get that far, but I want you guys right there. I'm really, really hoping that Netflix decides to either have the new season air on April, like this one did, or they have it air in October as their Halloween thing. Sort of like how they were doing for Castlevania for the longest time. I kind of doubt it, because I feel they're still going to do another season of Castlevania. I might be wrong. I would love for them to do what... I would love for them to continue Richter's story arc in America and have this big old time skip to where, oh, Maria goes to America and finds out her brother cousin has gone mad with power, and he's either trying to resurrect Anna, or Anna's died, or yeah, that would be sort of the same idea. Or Anna's trying to kill him or fight him. I'm just really enjoying Castlevania, okay? I rewatched it again recently. Sorry, Castlevania Nocturna, it's the better one. Castlevania Original is 1.5 seasons of goodness, and the rest is shit. Season 3 and 4 are complete, utter fucking shit. The only saving grace in that series is Isaac, because Isaac is so well made in that. Everything else is shit. What did you do to my boy Hector? Why would you ruin Hector? He was my favorite. Why would you ruin Hector? Anyway, getting sidetracked too much. I'm almost hoping this will hit the 15-minute mark, but I'm breaking my arm continuing this conversation. Watch Castlevania Nocturne. It's glorious. I really enjoy their take on Richter. Alucard is always a blast. Let's see, what was that fine dame with tentacle wings? Well, she gets tentacle wings in the sequel, but still. Also, why the hell did everyone suddenly forget that they've been tackling Egyptian mythology since the first game? Why was everyone freaking out that Nocturnus was tackling Egyptian mythology? That's been in the series for over 2 decades. Castlevania the Games has been tackling this for so fucking long. Portrait of Ruins literally features a giant dungeon in a pyramid. You dumbasses. This is not something weird. This is something they've always been doing. Sorry, I got pissed off at that one dude who just did a horrible, idiotic review of Castlevania Nocturne. The worst review I've ever seen, bar freaking none, which is jarring because he usually does pretty good stuff. He usually doesn't even dip into grifter shit. But this felt so fucking grifter that I almost unsubscribed. Almost. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but I'm waiting to see if he's going to piss me off again. On that note, I might as well stop at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now!